What up? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are tackling an anime that has quickly gained a dedicated fan base around the world, Mob Psycho 100. Originally created by One, the same mind behind One Punch Man, this series follows Shigeo Kageyama, aka Mob, a seemingly ordinary middle schooler who possesses incredibly powerful psychic abilities. We'll get into the history of this show a little later, but before we get any further, make sure to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to hit that bell icon so you never miss any updates. Now without further ado, let's get it. Mob Psycho 100 first aired in Japan on July 12, 2016, and captured attention for its unique art style, dynamic animation, and heartfelt storytelling. Produced by Studio Bones, the anime quickly proved to be a hit and went on to span multiple seasons, most notably running a second season until April 1st, 2019, with a third season airing in 2022. It earned widespread critical acclaim, in part due to its blend of comedy, action, and emotional depth. While one simplistic art style, carried over from the original web manga, initially made some viewers skeptical, the show's humor and genuine character development soon solidified it as a fan favorite. Unlike many anime adaptations, Mob Psycho 100 stays remarkably faithful to its source material, as One was closely involved in the production. Over time, the series has become renowned for its core themes of personal growth, emotional restraint, and the consequences of wielding great power without maturity. Critics and fans alike have praised how the story graciously balances explosive psychic battles with introspective moments, elements that have helped the series remain fresh and engaging. Its consistent focus on friendship, empathy, and facing one's inner struggles has made it stand out among contemporary shonen titles. So, let's get into the story. Season 1. The Phantom Fraud, the Psychic Kid, and a whole gang of L's. So, we meet Reagan. He acts like some big shot ghostbuster, but deadass, he's just tossing table salted spirits, hoping they'll be too salty to stay around. Dude's basically a fraud pretending to be a master psychic, but he has a secret weapon.
Well, if salt won't melt this guy down, I'll just call my ultimate weapon.
And that secret weapon is Shigeo Kageyama, aka
Hey, Mob, sorry, do you think you could swing by?
Mob, a middle schooler with psychic powers so strong, he could clap a whole haunted mansion without breaking a sweat. Even though Reagan's out here tweaking and scamming people, he does have one golden rule. Mob should never crash out on regular humans with his powers. So props for that moral W. Meanwhile, there's the telepathy club at Mob School. These kids just want to laze around, but they need more members or they're gonna lose their club room. They beg Mob to join, but he's like, nah fam, I'm trying to get swole, and instead signs up for the Body Improvement Club. He's hoping to get ripped, so maybe his crush Sabumi will notice him. Glazing over the fact that he's actually an insane psychic, Mob just wants to fit in and be normal. Big problems when you can blow up ghosts by blinking. Eventually, we run into the LOL cult, led by this weirdo named Dimple. He makes everyone laugh so hard they forget who they are. But Mob doesn't crack a smile. He's all, miss me with that mind control BS. This triggers Mob's emotional meter, which when it hits 100% unleashes a psychic blast of energy capable of obliterating his opponents. He nearly destroys the cult HQ, saving all the brainwashed folks in the process. After this, Mob gets snatched up in some middle school turf war. It's here we meet Teru, another young psychic referred to as an Esper, who thinks being psychic makes him superior to everyone else. Soon, Mob confronts Teru for using his powers too liberally. Teru sees Mob's reluctance to fight as weakness and they clash in a spectacular battle. Despite Mob's aversion to harming humans, his psychic abilities inadvertently explode, tearing apart the school and sending Teru flying. Mob is left feeling guilty, reflecting on how he violated his rule against using psychic powers on people. Meanwhile, Ritsu, Mob's younger brother, suffers from envy over the lack of his own ESP. Under Dimple's tutelage, Ritsu's latent psychic abilities awaken, granting him the power he craved. He then aligns with the student council president's schemes, starting to become a shady version of himself, and soon succumbs to the growing superiority complex. Eventually, when criminals from the organization Claw, a shadowy organization of espers aiming for world domination, kidnap Ritsu and other young psychics, thinking that Ritsu is Mob, Mob joins forces with Teru and Dimple to rescue them. They infiltrate Claw's 7th Division hideout, where many formidable espers known as Scars lurk. After intense battles, Reagan unexpectedly arrives, inadvertently passing as Claw's leader. He frees the imprisoned kids and tries to dissuade the misguided subordinates from continuing on their violent path. Mob, torn between saving his brother and listening to Reigen's advice to avoid harming humans, nearly succumbs to a dangerous transformation. Reigen, however, steps in and accidentally inherits Mob's psychic energy, overpowering the Scars and admonishing them that psychic powers do not make them superior. Ishiguro, the 7th Division leader, rejects Reigen's perspective and unleashes a destructive psychic force. However, another figure, Sho, abruptly appears, knocks out Ishiguro, and departs after expressing disappointment in Mob. Having resolved the crisis at the 7th Division, Mob and his friends attempt to return to normal life. Dimple then escapes captivity, reuniting with Mob, who remains humble about his extraordinary gift. Later, Mob and Reigen pursue the rumored Tsuchinoko, encountering another spirit in the process. Although Mob exorcises it, Reigen dismisses the creature as non-existent. Life goes on with Mob striving to balance school, self-improvement, and moral responsibility, guided by Reigen's unorthodox mentorship. Season 2. Following his success in exorcising a powerful spirit farmer, Mob's reputation at school takes a surprising turn when he's approached by a girl named Emmy, who claims to have a crush on him. Although their brief relationship proves to be a prank instigated by her friends, Mob's compassionate gesture of helping Emmy retrieve her torn up manuscript and revealing his psychic abilities in public for the first time earns her genuine respect. Tsubomi, Mob's longtime crush, witnesses this entire event, leaving Mob with a newfound sense of confidence. Soon after, Mob and Reigen tackle various urban legends around town, with most turning out to be misunderstandings. However, one malignant entity forces Mob to display his true power, prompting Reigen to create a website for their business. As jobs accumulate, Mob becomes increasingly conflicted about moral questions regarding the spirits, especially when he meets a peaceful ghost family whose only wish is to remain together. Reigen, sensing Mob's confusion, intervenes with a staged exorcism to satisfy their clients, but Mob's conscience continues to weigh heavily on him. Their next major case involves Minori, the daughter of a wealthy man named Asagiri, who has been possessed by the extremely dangerous evil spirit Mogami. Mob attempts to exorcise Mogami by entering Minori's psyche, only to endure 6 months of relentless bullying in a warped mental world that lasts a mere half hour outside in the real world. The spirit's intention is to break Mob and prove that negative emotions are the strongest fuel for psychic power. Despite being pushed to his limit, Mob musters 100% courage, defeats the evil spirit, and saves Minori, who awakens and tearfully repents for her cruelty. Meanwhile, tensions mount between Mob and Reigen. Feeling used for his powers, Mob cuts ties, and Reigen, suddenly friendless, finds fleeting success through viral self-promotion. However, his popularity implodes on live television when he's set up and exposed as a fraud. Cornered at a press conference, Reigen recalls how meeting Mob had inspired him years before. At that moment, the entire venue trembles, likely Mob's psychic doing, covertly coming to his aid. Afterwards, the two make peace, with Mob admitting he always knew Reigen was simply a good person. After this, Mob enters a school marathon, hoping to impress Tsubomi by placing in the top 10. Though he only manages 74th place, his determination earns praise from teachers and friends, signifying his personal growth. Returning home, he finds the house burning and his family seemingly inside, pushing him toward an emotional explosion. Dimple reveals the charred bodies are fakes and his parents are safe, hidden by Sho Suzuki, the son of Claw's mastermind, Toichiro Suzuki. Claw then initiates an all-out assault on the city, capturing the Prime Minister and revealing grandiose plans for world domination. Mob, Reigen, Ritsu, Teru, and the reformed Scars unite to confront the Ultimate Five, Claw's top espers. After intense battles, Mob faces Toichiro, whose ability to store and transfer psychic powers makes him overwhelmingly formidable. Refusing to back down, Mob unleashes his strongest forms until Toichiro's power goes critical, threatening a city-wide explosion. Rather than flee, Mob absorbs and redirects the energy, preventing widespread destruction. Defeated, Toichiro surrenders and apologizes, while a stray broccoli seed in Mob's pocket grows into a massive tree, signaling a fresh start. Serizawa, another of Toichiro's powerful subordinates, decides to begin anew as Reigen's apprentice, and Mob continues his life with a deeper understanding of both power and empathy. Season 3. Mob's latest challenge begins with his looming career path assignment. Unsure what he wants for his future, he politely declines Reigen's suggestion to work full-time at Spirits and such. While handling a seemingly fraudulent cursed object, Serizawa's exorcism reveals it is actually dangerous. Reigen, caught off guard, claims he was testing his new employee. Mob grows increasingly anxious, seeing classmates commit to clear plans, especially after Misato pressures him to assume leadership of the Psycho Helmet cult, which is worshipping the divine tree, aka the giant broccoli Mob created. A bizarre request then arrives in the form Haruaki Amakusa, a yokai hunter seeking allies to eliminate the 100 demons. Reigen dismisses him until Amakusa offers a large fee. Mob, preoccupied with his class's haunted house project, remains silent through the adventure. Ultimately, real yokai appear and Mob's psychic might vanquishes them. Inspired, he adds a Yokai King costume to the haunted house. Skipping ahead, amid small personal triumphs, Mob's confidence grows and he misreads everyday events as signs of new popularity. When Misato arranges an audition for the Psycho Helmet cult's leader, a mysterious entity identical to Mob appears before the congregation. Psycho Helmet, in truth, is Dimple, empowered by the divine tree. Soon, nearly the entire city becomes brainwashed by sweets containing the tree's spores. Even Reigen and Ritsu succumb to the tree's influence, leaving Mob alone to confront Dimple at the heart of the tree. Dimple, now in his god Dimple form, wants Mob to join him in spreading the tree's influence around the world. However, glimpses of their true friendship surface, and Dimple teases Mob's goofy monkey shirt, revealing Dimple cares for him on a personal level. Recognizing Dimple's lingering humanity, Mob refuses to fight back. Touched by Mob's words and apologies, Dimple reconsiders godhood. He frees everyone from mind control and helps Mob escape. The tree, made sentient, then attacks Dimple next. Though badly overpowered, Dimple hurts the tree into space and disappears, leaving Mob heartbroken, yet thankful. Meanwhile, Tomei disbands the Telepathy Club until members vow to fulfill their dream of contacting aliens. They discover a genuine telepath, Takenaka, and spend New Year's Eve climbing Mount Mudboat. Incredibly, aliens do appear, and a night of lighthearted fun ensues. One club member, Mamita, briefly visits the aliens' homeworld before returning with fuzzy memories. After this, life takes a dark turn when Mob learns Tsubumi will soon move away. Determined to confess, he hurries to meet her, but is hit by a truck rescuing a child. His emotional restraints shatter, leaving his rampaging question mark form unstoppable. Teru, the former Kaspers, and even Toichiro all fail to contain him. Finally, Reigen, aided by a resurrected Dimple, forces his way through Mob's psychic storm. He truthfully admits he has no powers and only wanted to help Mob. Touched by Reigen's honesty, Mob merges with his darker self, reclaiming control. Although Tsubumi turns down his confession, he finds acceptance in his friends. Months later, Mob remains deeply connected to those around him, and he's grown stronger, not just as a psychic, but emotionally as an individual, secure in the knowledge that facing one's true self is the greatest victory of all. And that's the end of Mob Psycho 100. Don't forget to like the video, click subscribe, and hit the bell notification icon so you never miss another update. Until next time, peace!